All right, it's finally time for us to sign some draftees. As you know, the New York Yankees, I expect us to be drafting in the back half of the draft pretty much every year for the next several years, as Michael Regan will sign with us. $384,000 is what he was asking for. Sean Egan asking for 1.9 mil. We'll give him just about a little bit more than that number. Sign him. He is injured, so we don't know how good he really is until August or so. Jerome Goodwin, our third-round pick, will take a chance at signing him as well. $614,000 is an asking price. We'll give him a little bit more for good measure, as New York taxes are a bitch. So that's 3 draftees in a row on the first day. We are knocking them out the park. I would love to get all of these guys signed, as Rodrigo Villafuerte also signs. That's 4 in a row, leaving us with 2 more individuals. I'm not going to wait for Ryan Grady to get over 50%. He's at 50. Your first-round pick as a closer. Get this money. He wants $3.2 million. We'll give him 3.45, and he will accept it. So that's 5 out of 6, as Ozzie Casillas will take a little bit of time, but he should be easily signable in the next signing period. So taking a look at the standings, we are half a game behind the Red Sox and 2.5 games behind the Blue Jays, who we will continue playing. Mariners are up at the top of the wild card standings, as just taking a look at the schedule and seeing where we play some of these teams. We don't play many of them, and it's very much spread out, so we will have to take care of business against teams like the Athletics and the White Sox, the Cardinals, who are struggling, in order for us to make it as a wild card team. So Vladimir Guerrero comes up here in the top of the 6th inning, facing Clark Schmidt, a guy I have thought about trading. He's in the second to last year of arbitration. 2027 will be his last year of arbitration, and I don't really see a future for him as a top starter. Listen, Cole, Rodon, Freed, and Eel are all the type of pitcher that are just going to be higher up in the rotation than him. And he's very much a quality guy, but I think we could really replenish some of the prospects in our system by trading them away. Don't know if we'll do it at the deadline. It'll more than likely come at the off-season period. So we are going to intentionally walk Anthony Santander, something I very rarely ever do. So the bases will be loaded, but there will be a force at every base for Ernie Clement, who has struggled this season. No, he's not. He's hit pretty decent, 278. He hasn't hit very well against us, but, come on, it's the Yankees. They ain't going to hit well against us most of the time. Anyway, ground ball to Rice. Rice goes to second. Volpe tosses it back to first, and no, not in time. So that run will advance. The Blue Jays are up 2-0. Will Wagner lays off a knuckle curve on the outside part of the zone, as Alejandro Kirk is looking to come to the dish pretty soon. Sweeper doesn't get the corner call, as well as just freezes there. No need for a frame, but come on, that looks really, really good in my opinion. This is not a glitch. I just needed to show these stats. Kirk is hitting better against righties than he is against lefties. Bases juiced. You see the names there. 1-1 count. 79th pitch is a sweeper hit to Volpe. Volpe goes to first. Ooh, just in time, as the Yankees will get out of this one down by 2. We'll continue to be down by 2 as we jump into the bottom of the 7th inning, as Oswaldo Cabrera will take a sinker, hit it to left field. It'll bounce down the grass. The runner from second will come around to score. And it is now 2-1. Volpe crossing home plate. Good piece of hitting there from Oswaldo Cabrera, as they will now switch pitchers to Brendan Little. Lefties are hitting 200 against them. Righties are hitting a terrible 125, as Bellinger laces this one into right field. As we'll have to run it. No, not come around the score. He'll hesitate and head back to third. I kind of wish you were a little bit more aggressive there, but I'll take it, as it won't matter. Aaron Judge deposits this one into the bleachers, 409 feet on a grand salami. 26 home runs on the season for him. Unfortunately, he couldn't win the home run derby, but we don't care about that. We want to get Judge a ring. We can get him one. I can call this franchise's success. Not that it would finish at that point, because, We still have Judge under contract for 7 more years, and that is a very slow roller into center field by Will Wagner, almost like he practiced a little bit of curling in the offseason. Nonetheless, Alejandro Kirk will strike out on the sweeper. He was pissed. I do not blame him. Leiter looking to get out of this one with the lead. Fly ball to left center field. Bellinger chasing it down and making the catch to end the 8th inning. Vlad comes up here in the top of the 9th inning. 2 runners on. He's got an opportunity to give the Blue Jays a lead late in the ball game. Weaver forcing fastball on the outside corner for strike number 2. Looking for that double play ball as the number 1 overall pick did make his MLB debut. As mentioned, I would try to showcase that game, and unfortunately I wasn't able to because I couldn't play this game and then jump into that one. It was a weird situation. Nonetheless, we get the double play ball and we sweep the Toronto Blue Jays, therefore jumping into the wild card race, or at least into an official spot if the season were to end right now. And we've officially hit the 500 mark at 50-50 with 62 games left to play in the season. Now, let's get to signing Ozzie Casillas. He's at 51% motivation, and I definitely want to get him on the team. Could be a massive power threat here in the minors. Now, he's not asking for a ton of money, and we've got plenty to spend, and he decides to sign. So we very quickly, after 2 signing stages, are able to get all of our draftees in the organization with some money to spare. So maybe we'll throw a pizza party for $642,000. I really don't know what they do with that extra money. Nonetheless, the Pirates, the first place Pirates, are making a trade. They are wanting to make the postseason and obviously not spend a lot of money or make any crazy moves. So they will trade Sammy Ciani and first baseman Tony Blanco to the struggling White Sox. The White Sox, last place. Really shouldn't be much of a surprise for Pavin Smith and Jared Schuster. Schuster, a pretty solid left-hand reliever. Pavin Smith does have a righty bop, and the Pirates could use some more bop, even if Pavin Smith is more of a backup guy, and he's not asking for a ton of money. Great at night games, great in a pinch hitter situation, great with nobody on in pinch hit situations. So he should really play a pretty solid role for the second half of the season for Pittsburgh. Twins facing the Yankees as Chisholm hits this one foul. As there are barely any fans out here. I know it's raining, but come on, Yankee fans. Y'all know how much y'all pay for tickets? You know damn well y'all still go to the game. Ground ball to first as Chisholm is unable to drive a run home. As we jump ahead to the bottom of the 5th, Rice hits a circle change into the gap. It's going to bounce down. Giancarlo Stanton is hustling around third. He is going home. The left fielder unable to retrieve the ball in a decent amount of time, and even the sluggish, slow-footed Giancarlo Stanton will score. That is actually the first time in his career, from what I could find, that he's ever scored first to third. Like, ever. It's nuts. Granted, he's never been a fast player, so it's understandable. And the Yankees are going to take this one 3-1, scoring on an RBI triple and an error. Pick up the victory. Garrett Cole goes 8 innings. What else is new? But he only got 2 strikeouts, which is very uncharacteristic for the guy leading the American League in strikeouts. So taking a look at the standings, we are officially over 500 as we hold a half-game lead above the Red Sox. And we are also looking at a 6-game winning streak going into Chicago. Stephen Kwan is in the second to last year of arbitration, and honestly, he might have peaked at this point as he's not hitting the best, 244. So Cleveland, they're in last place in their division. The San Francisco Giants could use some bop from a contact hitter, and as they sit at 22 in the league, and they're going to make this move as they are not too far out from a wild card spot. 3.5 games. They are going to trade Luis Matos, Reggie Crawford for Stephen Kwan. Let's look at the players involved. Reggie Crawford, as you know, is a 2-way player, but unfortunately MLB The Show will not allow a position player to get on the mound at any point in time unless you have the old AL, NL, DH rules. Y'all know what it was back in the day. Luis Matos is going to go back the other way as he is a guy who has some control, team control. I think he's got about 3 more years left before he becomes a free agent. Nonetheless, we take on the Boston Red Sox here in Fenway. Both teams sitting at 54 wins. We have 1 more loss because we played 1 more game. Garrett Crochet has been cooking. Last 18 starts, 8-5, 99 in the third innings, 104 strikeouts. That's basically like the whole season. A 2.36 ERA with a 1.117 WHIP. And I think I've heard some rumors that Garrett Crochet is on the verge of signing an extension. Remember, I started this franchise in March, so extension talks were not a thing at the time. So I've had to do that manually. Whether he'll actually sign it or not is really up in the air, as he is asking for a lot of money. According to the rumors, he's asking for somewhere in the range of about $35 million, maybe closer to 40. And the Red Sox might oblige. You never know, as they unfortunately, he'll give up a double to Cody Bellinger, as he has done a great job of just hitting the ball the other way. There's nobody on as the leadoff hitter, just hitting it the other way, getting on base, maybe taking two if the opportunity presents itself. Aaron Judge, opportunity to drive him in. Unfortunately, he'll get jammed inside on a fastball. A hit to Devers to first, and he will be out of here. Take a look at the Yankee lineup. Dominguez comes up next. Giancarlo Stanton, still struggling at under 200. Ben Rice, Volpe, Chisholm, Wells, and Ahmed Rosario rounding out the bottom of the lineup. Aaron Judge, 125 home runs away from 500. I think he'll definitely get it. Just a matter of him being healthy. As Jason Dominguez gets a fastball, hits it deep to left field. It is going to carry him off the near top of the wall. Second will replace home. Home will replace second. That is his 15th double of the year. The Big G to come up, and he takes a sweeper. Dude, you hit lefties. Demolish that shit out to right center field. Come on, take it back where it came from. Next pitch. Ooh, high fastball. Out of the zone. Crochet looking a little shaky thus far. It's all right. It happens from time to time from starters. And Giancarlo rips this hard, a little too damn hard, to left field. Durant has to run up and catch it. Ben Rice, he'll chop this cutter to Bregman at second, and he'll throw it to first. And unfortunately, one run is all we will get at this point in time. Max Fried having a damn good season, not nearly as good as he was last year, but still good nonetheless. 10-5, 3.91 ERA, not the best, but we'll take it. And under 1.1 WHIP. The reigning defending AL batting champ is the man he will face. Durant is still in the running for a batting championship. He sits at about 4th or 5th behind even his own teammate Rafael Devers. Yoshida will plunk this one in the left field. Dominguez is going to run it down for the second out here in the first. Here's Devers, all-star, 297, average 17 homers, 58 RBI, as he looks to get or help his team get back to the World Series. We want to have something to say about that, as he will fly out to left field. Of course, we got to get past the wild card round before we can have anything to say about that. Keep it 100. As unfortunately, Austin Wells will strike out to end the second inning. We push ahead to the bottom half, as Tristan Casas, who was rumored to be a trade piece, is probably firmly cementing himself as the first baseman of the future. Not necessarily on that swing, but he's been playing very well. Maybe some word he also might be getting extended, and I don't blame the Red Sox for wanting to do that. Sign him early. Might not ask for a ton of money, as this one is going to get hit right over Dominguez's head, which really doesn't take much. He's only like 5'9". As Bregman gets on with a hard long single at that. Ground ball, Connor Wong. Rosario throws it to Volpe at second. Back to first, not going to get him in time. Fielder's choice. Abreu hits the sweeper hard up the middle. Bellinger going to come up throwing, prevent the runner from going any further. The Red Sox at 2-1 with 2 away for Marcelo Mayer. He'll hit this one to right field, right in front of Judge. He can't seem to come up with it, but he'll fire home, and they're going to get him coming around the score. Alex Bregman thrown out at the plate. The Yankees maintain a 1-0 lead. Pushing forward, back to the top of the lineup. Oh my goodness, dude, you are gonna throw your shoulder out swinging at that garbage. As Crochet picks up his second strikeout, we gotta look at that again. Dude, what were you looking at? Did you get a raindrop in your eyeball? Actually, it's not even raining. It's just cloudy. As Aaron Judge takes a cutter from Crochet, hits it deep to left field. The wind pushes it to stay in fair territory. Plants it on top of the green monster, his 28th long ball of the season, career homer, 376. As you know, over the next couple of years, we will definitely be watching him, chase the 500 mark. I think at the present moment, he is sitting, I want to say, 4th all-time in Yankee home runs. In other words, home runs hit by players who have played for the Yankees, and that's it. Babe Ruth still obviously holds that record. He hit a ton of them for us. As, oh my goodness, Rafael Devers hits this one in the right field. Judge can't seem to retrieve it on the bounce. He's not going to throw this runner coming all the way around from first. And the Red Sox will tack on a run to the scoreboard. Still down by 1. Max Fried gets the next batter to strike out, Tristan Casas. And we jump ahead to the top of the 4th. Anthony Volpe at the plate. And he's going to get a hold of a cutter, hit it high to left field. It'll find its way on top of the monster. 3-1 New York Yankees as Volpe matches his jersey number with a homer there. Good to see him hitting for some kind of power because, I don't know if he's ever going to really be that 25-30 home run guy. I'd honestly rather him hit for average and, give us 15 to 18 to 20 and play phenomenal defense. As a matter of fact, he's in the running for a gold glove yet again this year. Unfortunately, Max Fried will walk Connor Wong as Willie Abreu hits this pitch, a sweeper in the left field. Oh, foul territory. Dominguez kind of pulled up short, not wanting to crash and hurt himself, and I don't blame him. Abreu, ground ball to Rosario. Volpe throws it back to first, and they'll get both runners to end the 4th inning. Good defense by the Yankees. Bro, what was that? What are you doing? It can't be that tempting, right? As Cody Bellinger sends this one in a hurry to right field. Yankees get their 3rd home run of the ball game, maybe 4th actually. I think I've lost count. His 19th long ball of the season, and we should probably really be seriously considering whether we are going to extend him or not. Understandably, it could be fool's gold as Red Sox manager Ron Washington. Really? Okay, I ain't mad at this. I love Ron Washington. Just didn't expect him to be in Boston. Unless these are the current standings. The Orioles have a commanding lead over everybody. For real, 8.5 over the second place Blue Jays, 11 over the Red Sox, 11.5 over us, and 13 over the Tampa Bay Rays, who they're the only team under 500, but they are no slouch by any means. Ceddanne Rafaela swinging a miss on a high sinker. Not a conventional place to throw it, but hey, sometimes you got to mix it up. As speaking of mixing it up, Jaron Duran turns on one and sends it out to right field for a solo shot as he waves that one by. Ooh, that is, bro, you better not do that. We might throw at your head. Okay, I won't throw at their head, but you never know. Guys might accidentally lose control of baseball. I can't really say what they're gonna do. That's player code. Actually, I really don't condone that ever. Not even when I'm coaching Little League. Absolutely not. As batter gets on, and this one's gonna hit down the line at first. I thought it was fair. It goes under the bat boy. And unfortunately, we've got 2 runners on as Fried is looking shaky. This ball's gonna hit down the other line. Casas driving only a single run because left field in Fenway is pretty short, and Dominguez has a strong arm. There's a reason why we put him there. Sweeper misses down in the zone. Alex Bregman looking to work a walk or really just give the Red Sox the lead. And unfortunately, it might not happen right now. Pop up the shallow center as Volpe will chase it down to end the 5th inning. All right, we jump ahead to the top of the 6th. We've seen Ben Rice hit some homers here in Fenway last year in the wild card game. Unfortunately, he's going to get thrown out at first despite Devers bobbling the baseball, and we're going to get an opportunity to challenge it as Aaron Boone calls for challenge. See the throw across the diamond, and it looks like Rice is safe, but we'll see if New York agrees. New York being baseball. MLB baseball, they will call him safe at first. So we'll have another opportunity for Volpe to give us a 2-run shot. Instead, he hits it over Volpe's head this time. Can't bobble it now. And unfortunately, it's hit so hard that everybody will only move up a singular base. In most ballparks, that's a two-bagger. Fly ball to left center. Rafaela makes the catch, and you're not going to run on his arm. Okay. The Red Sox have a damn good outfield of Duran, Rafaela, and Abreu. Abreu might be the weaker of the three. And unfortunately, Rafaela will get some more work as it is a fly out to center to end the sixth inning. Jumping ahead. Ian Hamilton will get an opportunity, though he is giving up a lot of hits to right-handed batters. Not going to show that here as he ends up striking out Connor Wong on the slider. Willier Abreu gets an opportunity here, and he's going to pull this one foul on the slider. We've seen Abreu come through many a times against us, including now he wraps this one around Pesky's pole. 444 feet without a doubt. His 11th long ball. That is a lot of similar numbers. 11 homer, 111.19 exit velo, 444 is the distance. Damn. We don't need players like him busting our ass. Let's be real. Rafaela, unfortunately, will strike out on the slider, so it'll remain a tie ball game as we go into the latter third of this contest. Look at that again. Yeah, that thing was up there for a hot minute. Almost was a second decker, which is kind of crazy given his Fenway. We only really have a second deck out there in right field. Liam Hendricks has come back for another outing of work. As Bellinger hits it where else? The opposite way in left field. He's going to test the arm. No, actually, he's going to retreat back to first. Probably a pretty smart move, as Duran definitely has a damn good arm. Aaron Judge looks to pop one over the monster again. Slider hit the left center. Diving catch by Rafaela. Bellinger will have to retreat back, and it's not going to get back in time. Doubled up from center field to first. That is just bad, though. I really don't blame Bellinger for continuing to go. He almost wrapped around second. Now this ball by Duran is going to get hit into left center, and Bellinger, oh man, misplays it, has to get it back in quickly. He'll end up with a double, his 29th of the season. Yoshida, curveball in the dirt, Wells fires the third, can't get it there in time as Duran with the risky attempt on the wild pitch to take third. Take a look, it bounced up off the back of his butt and just couldn't get there in time. As we all know, Austin Wells doesn't have the strongest of arms. Take a look at that. Yeah, Duran was definitely in there in time, without a doubt. Yoshida doesn't have to, well, he doesn't have to get it airborne. Instead, he hits it on the ground, and it's a ground ball out. Runner will stay at third. Devers 2 for 3. Swinging a miss at the cut fastball late on 89 miles an hour. Seriously? As Casas comes through with a base hit up the middle, giving the Red Sox a 5-4 lead. 5 consecutive runs scored by the Red Sox. Ground ball by Bregman into the left field corner. Dominguez able to recover it, and actually everybody's just going to move up one base. And left field can be a bit of an issue out there. As Connor Wong slaps this one off the out-of-town scoreboard in left center. The throw back in by Dominguez. He'll go to second, and damn, 7 straight runs scored by the Boston Red Sox, and we will call for a new reliever, Tyler Matzik, which I think this was a mistake. Lefties are hitting .386 against him, and that'll just go up via this base hit. The throw to home, it is 8-4. The Yankees are absolutely unraveling at this point. Another lefty. Mayer hits it to Chisholm. Chisholm will go to second, and we'll finally get out of the 7th inning, but holy shit, we have some work to do. Dominguez, first pitch from Winkowski. A deep drive to right field, and that will at least cut into this lead. 447 feet, his 16th home run. He is very much likely to surpass the 22 he had last year. Should be closer to 25, maybe even 30 if he has a hot second half of the year. Giancarlo Stanton, oh my goodness, he has been, oh man, he's been a problem. Not hitting all that well, not hitting for power when he does get hits. It's not a good look for us, as Ben Rice slaps this one to basically straightaway center here at Fenway, and unfortunately it'll be
Now
second
batting
out
shortstop
of the inning.
Anthony Volpe.
Man, Rafael's got a lot of distance to cover, especially if you got to go straight back 420. As Volpe takes a slider and hits it at about damn near the same place. Man, he is getting a lot of work, and he is earning every single penny
Now
that the
pitching
Boston
for the
Red
New
Sox
York
are paying him. Scott Efros can come out of the pen. Righties hitting 206, lefties 260. Slider. Oh my goodness. This one is absolutely blasted onto the green monster. The Red Sox extend the lead yet again to get back for the Dominguez home run. It's 9-5. Hit in between third and shortstop is Duran. Yoshida, a slider gets hit to right center. Bellinger's not getting that one. Hopefully it bounces over the wall. It does not. Oh, damn. The throw back in. Duran will score from first. Yoshida ends up with a double, his 19th of the year. It is 10-5. Devers hits this to left field. Dominguez is not going to be tested at this point in time, and I think that's a good idea, but there's still nobody out. Casas flips this one to left field. Dominguez can't come up with it, and he'll try again to get an 11th run in. It's not going to happen. 90-mile-an-hour fastball strikes him out for the first out of the 8th inning. Ground ball, Volpe. Rosario back to first, and we'll finally get out of the 8th inning, but we've got 5 runs we need to make up. Chisholm will start that. Ground ball to his own defensive position. The throw over to first, and damn it, that is big time first out. Wells smacks a sinker up the middle, so we at least are starting somewhere. Rosario slaps this one to Winkowski over to Mayer, over to first, and the Boston Red Sox are going to essentially snatch our chain. We've got an early lead. We just couldn't maintain it. The bullpen imploding at the seams. Mark Leiter slapped with the loss, and understandably so. He is credited with 4 of the runs. Not a good look from our New York Yankees, to say the least. All right. We drop back down below a wild card spot behind the Mariners by a full game. And we're going to look at some extensions. Zach Neto is going to sign a short-term extension, 3 years, $52.9 million. Spencer Schwellenbach also going to look to sign an extension. He's got a couple years of arbitration and a renewal, but the Braves aren't really factoring into free agency like that. Like, they're kind of 50-50 with, guys they sign and guys they call up. He will sign. Horner will get an extension. Bryce Terang will also sign an extension. Solid deal. And Paul Skeens is going to sign an extension, but it's a very short one. 3 years. Getting some money now. Really putting the pressure on the Pirates to really do something, not only this year, but in coming years. And the number 1 overall draft pick last year is going to sign an extension. Wait a minute. No, now he's going to sign an extension. I know that seems a little weird, but it makes sense. The Rockies are probably not going to get another starter like this ever again. So why not just extend him now? And of course, Garrett Crochet signing his 5-year extension, $37 million a year. As we sit in 4th place in the division, and we're coming up on the trade deadline. Maybe we move somebody, maybe we don't. Maybe there's a big blockbuster deal you've yet to see. Check it out in the next episode.